I just messaged Melissa. There it is, Aria Lifestyle. Can't hear you again. All right. Why this happens? Is that better? Can you hear me now, Aria? Aria. How is that? Can you hear me now? Let me know. Okay, hearing you now. Thank goodness. Okay. All right. So what I said before was I'm going to be decorating. Oh, design and style with Stacy. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. So I don't know. I'm still trying to get used to this live stuff. So usually before I announce, the collaborations, at least for the remainder of the month, I go ahead and I do a DIY as they're coming in, so you guys can ask me questions. Hopefully I can see them. Melissa's supposed to be in the chat. So right now it's the area lifestyle and design and style with Stacy. So I'm so glad that you guys are on. I was saying before, we had an awesome weekend posting videos for the collaborations for Mother's Day. Deborah Cabasa Home Living was hosting one. I was hosting one. And then I just celebrated Denise Glam Style Living, her mom on Tablescape Tuesdays. So that was pretty awesome. I love to make somebody's day happy. So let me show you. So we are going to use just your regular basic jar, and we're going to embellish this. And then I am going to be using BB Craft items because I am a BB Craft ambassador. And this bling chain is absolutely gorgeous. If you guys haven't seen this, absolutely gorgeous. The knob, when I run out of the knobs, I actually pop this off of one of the pens from the Dollar Tree. Isn't that gorgeous? This one happens to be in pink, which is perfect. Then I go over to the hair section. Okay, Melissa's on. I go over to the hair section, and whenever they have these kind of barrettes, okay, I love to improvise. I can actually make my DIYs so inexpensive. So you see how these have gemstones? I just pop the back off, which is what I'm going to do here. And like I said, I like to do my DIY first to get everybody on here before I start announcing the remainder of the collabs for the month. So if there's anything that you want to ask, feel free to ask. So how have you guys been? How was your week? What are you guys doing for Mother's Day? I would love to know that. I graduate this weekend. I graduate on Saturday, so I don't even know what I'm doing because I'm going to go and spoil my mom on Sunday. And where I have to go for my graduation is like 2-3 hours away, guys. So I know we're probably going to wind up coming straight home because I'm going to need to rest. Because we're actually going to be on the road at 4 in the morning to get to the venue. To get to the graduation, and then the venue will be in the afternoon. I'm sorry. We're going for graduation practice, and then, let me see, I have to be there at 8 or 9. We practice. Ceremony starts at 10. I'm pretty sure that's going to run a couple of hours, and then I'm going to be famished, so I'm going to need to get something to eat. Is area. Listen, I don't know how to pronounce everybody's name. I apologize if I said your name wrong. You had it right first. Aria or Aria? I think it's Aria. Okay. So I am going to point you down just so that you can see what I'm doing. If there's any questions, guys, just let me know, Melissa, because when I tilt the camera down, I don't see the comments as well. So we're going to go ahead. Like I said, this is just your regular basic jar. Yeah, Area. Okay. Aria. All right, so I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. So we're just going to take your regular basic jar, and I'm going to make a quick vase out of this, and we're going to make this look beautiful. Now, what I was saying was I am an ambassador for BB Craft, so I'm going to be linking below the discount code, which is Grace10, and you can use that code. Also, I'm going to try my hardest to link. Congratulations, Anna, on your graduation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. So this ends this portion of it, and then I get to start my last year. That one is leadership program, so I'm very excited about that one. I did need the rest though. I absolutely need the rest, and I have to be there probably. I'm gonna say I need to be for third year program. I need to be there on August 1st and ready to start by the 26th. So you're right now. Okay. So all we're gonna do is decorate this jar, and we are going to place these florals, which I found at the Dollar Tree. Absolutely love them. They call the hot bush. So this is the first time I've ever seen the hot bush in this lavender. Isn't that a gorgeous color? It's really growing on me, this color. So I was gonna do red and gold, but I think I'm gonna do the lavender by the time we're done. So what I did was I popped off this the barrette, this portion, the clip, this portion of the barrette, and then we're going to use this as an embellishment. Isn't that genius idea? $1.25. So we're going to place this over here, and I'm going to start working with, let me show you what else I have. Let's see, is anybody asking anything, Stacy? How excited are you? I am so excited. The whole entire first year, man, the entire both were like entrenched in the word. And then, but more hands on the second year. And of course, the missions trip was the topper. But I do get tired. I was very, very physically and mentally exhausted in January, and I thought I wasn't going to make it to the end. I really, between everything at home and just everything, and really it was just, I just didn't think. I just needed the Lord to help me there to get over to the end of this portion here, and it finally ends on Saturday. So it was hard. I'm not going to say it wasn't hard, but definitely rewarding. Anything that you do for the Lord is rewarding. So I'm so excited. So now, how excited? Okay, so I thought it was somebody else. All right, so now I have a discount code, like I said, and I'm just going to link that stuff below because I am going to be embellishing, except for those 2 Dollar Tree items, with BB Craft items. So I have this chain here. I'm not going to really embellish too much because it doesn't really need it. We're going to top that off with this piece here. With this piece here, and that's going to be the knob to the mirror. So let me get so now BB Craft had the mirror tiles in pink. Who else is on here? Okay. Those are pretty. Those are really pretty. Yeah, they are, aren't they? So they have the mirror tiles in pink, and I decided to get those because I knew Mother's Day was around the corner, and it matches perfectly with that knob. Okay. So I just want to decorate a little bit of this with the mirror tiles. I think I'm going to do down here, or maybe go around. Let's go around. We're just going to do this way. Is anybody asking a question? Melissa, you still on there? So hopefully Melissa's watching the comments for me. We're going to cut this here. All right. And these do have an adhesive in the back. Do have an adhesive in the back. I am going to leave it wide because I think that's the way I want to go. Is we're going to leave it wide. So we just want to lay that down. And you know, these crafts can be really easy to make and so beautiful. I'm going to need to get a paper towel just to wipe these mirrors down. And the pink is absolutely beautiful because it's not anything too hard. It's very soft. pink, and it actually matches with that knob. So this is what you would call, what, trash to treasure, or it's not a thrift flip because I didn't buy the thrift item, but it's a trash to treasure. So what are you guys doing for Mother's Day? Nobody's saying anything. I want to know. I get so excited to hear what you guys are doing. I know Denise's mom was so happy. Let me see. Let me see what Stacy's saying. Yep, sounds familiar for me. It was hard because of the spiritual attacks. Oh, we don't even want to touch that one, Stacy. Even on the missions trip. So, home alone for Mother's Day. Okay, Melissa's home alone for Mother's Day. And you know, just because you don't like have, if you're a caregiver, we're all caregivers, we're all moms. There's always somebody we're taking care of. And I was always taught that when I was young. So, let me see, I'm gonna have to take this last one off. I was afraid that would happen. Yes, Stacy, so it was hard. I got attacked over there on the missions trip, and it was just all kind of stuff happening over there. Everybody needed prayer of some kind, and I couldn't wait for that time to be over, and I came home. I was always trying to call home as much as I could just to hear my son's voice. I tell you, it was, but you know what? That my attitude always stayed no matter what. I am gonna go to the finish line no matter what you try to do, and I would cast it down. And that's just the way, I mean, I'm not going to throw my hands up in the air and give up, because I don't do give up. And so we're just going to keep it moving forward. And no matter what, the weapon may form, and we know that, right, Stacy? The weapon may form, but it's not going to prosper. And you're not going to keep me from what God has for me on the other side. And that's what I have to keep repeating to myself every time I felt like tired. And I mean, it was just that tired feeling. Like, you know, I don't know. Am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? So right now, this is what that's looking like. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that pink. So now, if I would have left that last tile there, you see how I have that gap there? Well, we're not going to fret about that, because we are going to place a piece of the bling chain in between that gap. It didn't go all the way. If I would have left that row of tiles, it wouldn't have looked right. But if you look this way, isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So I'm trying to think, should I go another row, or should I do one of these? Let's see. Let's do some of this bling chain here. I think I'm going to do the bling chain, and then I'm going to go one row, and then we'll do another row of the mirror tiles. So, and you know, before I was a mom, I was a caregiver. And so it's like we all, whether we have children or we don't have children, we're always taking care of someone. And so I celebrate the important people in my life. And so that, there you go. That's right. There you go. I'm not going to lay down for no enemy. He's already been defeated, right, Stacy? We're not doing that. Ain't got no time for that. We got one race, and we got to get to that finish line. And nothing's going to stop me from doing the Lord's work. And I need some more of that glue. So what I'm doing is taking a piece of that bling chain to fill in the gap here. So the third year, the reason why that's a little bit difficult is because of relocation purposes. The last year is done hands-on with the actual leadership team. So I actually had to get accepted into the team based on my interview. And once they did my interview, I think I had already received my yes approval. And I think I did a video over Guys, I'm going to have to link Moments of Grace because that is the new channel that I have where I have my Charis Bible College journey. I also have everything I did on the missions trip. And I also just opened a box when I got accepted into the leadership program. I just opened a box of gifts that they sent me to get me ready. I'm sure they want me ready. But when I start leadership program, it's, you know, that's going to be a very intense time. But look, I did almost the whole 2 years, and you guys didn't even know I was in Bible school. Listen, God is good. The only time I actually mentioned it because I needed to was because of the missions trip, and a lot of people donate toward the missions trip. I certainly didn't want to take away the blessing that God had in store for the people at that reservation who really desperately needed. You know, we have this in our own backyard. We just ignore it. Or we're not observant, or we don't see it. I don't know what it is, but when I was there, what an eye-opener. That was an eye-opener. So let me see. Podcast with Matthew 2. That's right. So over at Moments of Grace, so I have my Charis journey. I started posting a little bit of devotionals there, but I'm just getting started with those. And then when I start feeling tired, I kind of have to like take a break from that. But what I started with my son, because by the way, you know, my son is a Charis Bible College student, and he signed up in, what a blessing. I am just so blessed that no matter what's going on around me, no matter the attacks, my God is showing out in everything. He just took my son, and every time he kept saying no, I was rebuking that right under my breath, but he supported me throughout. Nobody knew that I was doing first year. So basically everybody, because I'm always studying. I have actually been studying the word since 2006, entrenched in the word. Then I went to college, okay, with Andrew. I went to college, and then, so that was actually, first year was not difficult for me at all because I was already entrenched in the word, and I was already used to his teachings. So I'm not sure if I have that over at Moments of Grace. But what I do have is once I let everybody know that I was in Bible college, and that's when my director told me that I needed to let everybody know because of the missions trip, and because there's so many people that God speaks to in their hearts to donate toward the missions trip. I'm not really sure how anybody was thinking as far as they thought maybe the donations came to me. Nothing came to me. Okay, my son paid for my missions trip, and everything that we paid for the missions trip, because we actually went free, everything that we all took in, including all the donations of everyone, went right toward the people there. So we used that to bless them. Let's see. So it says, I'll probably be with my siblings on Monday. Okay. It's my first anniversary am I reading that right? It'll be the first anniversary in 20 days of my mom. Oh, I know that must have been so hard. I'm so sorry, but you'll see her again though. That's like the hope. So, our endeavor all over the place. What? No, I'm sorry. Our emotions are all over the place. Yes, I totally understand that. We have somebody on called Our Little Gingerbread House. Well, hi. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm so happy that you're here. And also, Stacy, okay, so this is what Melissa was reminding me of. Okay, Moments of Grace over there. I really would love for you guys to go subscribe over there. I have 3 channels actually. So I have the Grace Life DIY. You know, I host a whole slew of collabs here. I also do a lot of DIYs. Well, I have one called Simply Grace Lifestyle. That one is just an overflow of this one, more home life. So that one is more cooking, declutter, and all that stuff. My son is a lot more in that one. And then Moments of Grace is missions trip. my Charis Bible College journey, and my son and I just started a podcast. So once a week on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I come on with my son and we sit there and have discussions. Remember, he's in Bible school with me, and he's actually done the entire second year studying with me. And he's been in the Word now a couple of years. And so we're having your casual everyday conversations and how to deal with this walk. I think it's going to be awesome. I think that it will take off. I know it's going to take off. Remember, we have to change how we say things. So I'm confessing that it's going to take off. And the favor of God is over all of my channels. And no matter what happens, I'll get through it because I have God on my side. And this is the way that we need to be talking all of the time. And Matthew is my hero. Oh, thank you so much. I'll tell you, that boy, when that young man, because he's a young man, he keeps us all encouraged. Like even when I'm not feeling, because today I had a rough day. But even when I'm not feeling my best, and we get tired. We get tired with certain things, and we really have to know how to portion our days, our emotions, or what we're feeling, what we're dealing with. God is there with us, and He never leaves us. He's with us always. And today was one of those days. From this morning, I wasn't feeling too well. I needed to lay down. And so for some reason, when I get tired, and I'll tell you, I have been very, very exhausted. Okay. But I have a fire in me I cannot describe. I know it's coming from God. I mean, I'm running 3 channels. I went on a mission trip. Nobody even knew I was there. And running the channels, and then running things at home. And my son has always been there because not everybody in my family is happy that I am on this journey. Unfortunately, not everybody is happy. And really, it's just him and I. And both of us are in school. So I have 1 more year to go. He has 2. And what a blessing he is when he comes out and he goes, let me pray for you. Let me pray for you. Without hesitation, he'll pray for anyone. And you could see where God is using him. And I'm just so proud. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of myself. I never used to say that. I never felt like that. Nobody was ever there to encourage me or even make me feel good. I don't even know why I'm going there today. So see, I'm feeling emotional today too. But he's my strength, in the midst of all of what's going on. And I just I'm praying, for my mom, because my mom's not a believer. And, it doesn't have to be me that leads her to Christ. I don't care who leads her to Christ so long as she gets to Christ. My mom is 82. I think she's going to be 82 this year. And I have so much trouble. And you know what? I don't stress it like I used to, because I give it to God. Honestly, I just give it to God. And I say, Lord, I'm available. I'm an available vessel to go ahead and try to lead my mom or my family members or anybody else. I have 2 kids, 2 other kids besides Matthew, and no. And the only one who's going to be at my graduation as far as family goes is my son Matthew. And so it does bother me that they're not going to be there. It's just not their time. And I have to sit there and have these conversations with myself because my emotions can just take off. And I do feel hurt that they're not going to be there. I want my family to feel happy for me. But if that's not the case, God is happy for me. If they're not for me, God is for me. My son is for me. And there are people out there that are for me. So I'm going to keep running my race. And so long as I stay with that stance, Stacy, we will see our loved ones again that are saved. Okay, it's sad because they're not here with us, and most of the time they're your best friend. Like if you watch Denise's video, I dedicated that video. We were talking about my graduation, Denise and I. And I had been praying for her mom for a while because I know what's been going on. And I know her mom is ill, and she got pretty emotional and choked up yesterday in the video. And I was so happy that I said to her, I don't want to talk about my graduation. I want to know what your mother likes, and I'm going to celebrate her. Because you know what? In you celebrating and blessing somebody else, God will turn around and place somebody in your life to bless you. And no matter what it is that we're going through, yes, we're going to miss our loved ones, but if they're saved, we will see them again. And that is the hope that we have to hang on to. So moments of grace, going back over there, because that's where Melissa's trying to say, it is sad that I don't have anybody supportive as far as family goes. Yeah, they didn't even know in my, you know, and I'm surprised I'm even saying this, but in my family, nobody really even knows that I am graduating, let alone in school. They did not know. They don't know. And I'm not saying, because all I get is a lot of negativity. And I don't need the negativity right now. I'm preparing for third year and for whatever it is that God sends me to do. And that's what I'm hanging on to. It's not sad. It's not appointed. I'm sorry. It's not. Let me see. Let me just tilt this up so I can read that. It's not sad. It's, I don't know why I'm having trouble reading this. It's appointed. Her and her house will be saved. He promised. Yes. As for me and my house, it is appointed. It is appointed. And I don't stress that. I know God has that. And yes, I absolutely agree. And it's just true. It's just true. And so, but when we get emotional, I tend to get emotional when I'm tired. Oh, yes, I am not sad. She's in my future. We just miss her. I know. Now I have my mom and I don't have my dad. I lost my dad when I was 11. So I really miss him really bad because he was always, since I was a little kid, I remember always running and always like being on his lap and always being his baby girl. But I don't have him. And so I do miss him because that's the only remembrance I have is when I was 11, was when he passed away of lung cancer. So that was not a pretty sight. Also, he wasn't here. He wanted to go back home. My father was from the Dominican Republic and my mother is from Puerto Rico. So he wanted to go back home. It was like almost like he knew that he was going home to be with the Lord. And yeah, so I really miss him. My mom, I am going to see on Mother's Day, but again, the conversations, I just have to love on her. All I do is love on her. I don't say very much regarding my school or what I'm doing or my journey because she doesn't know that I'm in school, but she doesn't say anything. She doesn't want to know anything about the church, and I'm not sure if that's because something happened. I'm not really sure. And that she just doesn't want to talk about it. But we will keep that in prayer, and hopefully those chains and those walls will break down. So Design and Lifestyle, hi, I just dropped in. Hi, I'm so happy that you decided to drop in. Yes, absolutely. I am so happy. I'm going to try to come on, like I said, more often so that I can interact with you guys if you guys have any questions. I try to post in the morning. I'm going to try to post it in the community tab when I'm coming on live the day before. If I don't do that, if you guys can share the live and let people know that I'm on, that would be pretty awesome. So we are putting another layer of these mirrors on this recyclable. Let me just tighten this here a little bit. It's sad because I don't have a very large family. I do have 3 kids, but again, the only one that you see is Matthew because my other 2 are just not there yet. My dad was everything to me. You know what? When I was 11, my dad was everything to me. And he always used to protect me because my mom was like, my mom came from that old school and she had a heavy hand and he didn't want anybody touching me, and I missed that. He was like my hero. I don't know if that makes any sense. So for me, it's like, I don't know. For me, it's like I miss my dad because he always used to protect me from my mom. He always used to protect me from my mom because she always used to come at me. I don't know if it's the way she was raised. But anyway, I do miss him too. I lost a twin brother. I don't know if you guys know that I had a twin brother. Lost my twin brother about 5 years ago. And that was pretty difficult too. That was not easy at all. So we have to make some room here for this last row of tiles. That's what I'm doing here, just trying to cut this off. So I have an older brother that passed away. Since we're talking about these things, I have an older brother that passed away when he was 38. And it's been quite a while since that happened. I'm sorry, my two dogs over here are fighting. Over here. Nala, come here. So I lost an older brother to lymphoma when he was 38, and that was about maybe 20 years ago. And then I lost my twin brother. And sadly, sad to say that I lost my twin brother to an overdose 5 years ago or 4 years ago, I think February 7th. So enough of the sad stuff. I do miss them terribly. And I wish they were here, but they're not. But two of them I will see again. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Sometimes we don't know that very last moment. Well, who you think will be there won't be there, and who you think will not be there will be there. So we won't know until we go home to be with the Lord. But in any case, I don't stop praying. Now look how nice this is. So I put 2 rows of the pink tile. Isn't that gorgeous? So all I'm gonna do is fill in this gap here with the bling chain, which is 2 rows of the bling chain here. And then I'm gonna be ready to wrap that up in that other chain. And I think we're good. We're good, we're almost ready. Now I'm gonna go over here, and just because this mirror right here from the Dollar Tree, just because this needs a few minutes to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and place that knob on there. Just because that needs to dry. And I want it somewhat dry by the time I finish. Okay, now I put I don't know if you could see this, but I put the knob on top of that, and we're just gonna set it over here. Nala, come here, come here. I'm sorry. These guys picked the wrong time to start. Get over here and sit down. They picked the wrong time to start their little arguments. Their little arguments. So I'm kind of like, I started looking for places because I need to be at the actual school for this last year. And that's going to be a whole other thing, a whole other adjustment. So I don't know, today was not a good day to be looking. I do know that Matthew and I are going to be doing that together. He's going to finish off his first year, then he'll be going to second, and then third. I'm finishing off my 3rd year, and then finishing off with my credentials, and also leadership program. So leadership program is totally different than regular ministry. It combines ministry, business, and leadership. So it's like a whole other ball game. And then I'll be doing a lot of what am I trying to say, guys? I'll be doing a lot of traveling ministry, teaching, and things like that. Public speaking, that's what I will be doing. I'm actually really excited because the Lord was the one who picked that program for me. I think I was telling Melissa, everybody thought I was going into ministry. And I said, I don't believe it's ministry he wants me to go. I believe it's leadership. And I was right. I felt so much peace as soon as I gave in and surrendered to a leadership program. And I will continue, as long as God is opening doors, I will continue to walk through each and every door. I'm not going to let anybody stop me from what God has for me. And I am, thank goodness, I am that way. So is anybody asking anything? What are you getting a degree in? I am getting a degree in leadership, and I already have my credentials as a pastor. All I'm doing is continuing my education. So this weekend I'm graduating as a pastor, a minister of the Word of God, and then I'm going on to my leadership program, which includes a combination of ministry, business, and leadership, which is above that, and I'll be teaching. So my degree will be in leadership. Okay, so now look how gorgeous that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. You know, they have their wording for everything. And I absolutely love Andrew. I have been studying Andrew since 2006. Fantastic. Yes, it is fantastic. I've been studying Andrew since 2006, so I know everything there is to know about Andrew. I'm telling you. What a journey. So we're going to use this chain here just to wrap around that jar. And then we're going to wrap it around one more time around the neck of that jar. And I think we're good. The only thing I need to do is get some glue. Let's see. I have some here. I could use the hot glue, but I want this to be more permanent. So if you guys have any other questions. And the good part about this glue, by the way, the glue that I'm using is a glue from the Dollar Tree. And instead of using the permanent adhesive, instead of using the Fix-All permanent adhesive, I'm using this one right here, which is a multi-purpose cement glue. Okay, and this glue works great. So if you see it at your Dollar Tree and you're doing a craft, don't hesitate to pick it up, because I'm so happy with it. I'm literally over that challenge of trying to find a glue that's working for my crafts that I could literally go back and sell without it falling apart, because that was one of my issues as to why I wasn't selling a lot of my crafts, was the glue, the proper glue. And then everything that you glue has a time that you need to let it set. With that being said, remember that when you're using a permanent adhesive, you do want to be in a well-ventilated area. Okay, crack your window. Make sure you let it dry. Look how gorgeous this is. This is absolutely gorgeous. Let's see. You want to be in a well-ventilated area. Don't sit there and inhale these fumes unnecessarily. And the nice part about this glue, just so you know, is that whatever you place on it, it doesn't slide. Okay, it does not slide. And it stays put exactly where you place it. I'm going to show you right now so you can see what I mean. So now, I have put 2 bling chains right here. I have put 2 bling chains here, 1 bling chain here. And then I went around right here with that chain, and nothing is moving. It'll sit. Remember, you have to leave this to cure 24 to 48 hours. Now, I am going to go ahead and I think I am going to do that other, place this chain around the neck right here so that you don't see right away that it's a jar. Then once we do that, we'll be ready to put the florals in and then move on to the next one. Is there anybody else here? Okay. I use E6000. You know what? I have E6000 here, multiple glues. I'm telling you, for some strange reason, I got attached to this multi-purpose cement glue and nothing moves. I haven't had an accident yet, and I move stuff around in my house. I don't have very much room. And with the E6000, I've had accidents where they fall apart, so I'm not sure what is different in that permanent adhesive. And I absolutely love that glue, so when I see it, I buy it. And I do have the E6000, but I don't know. I'm just like so attached to that glue right now. And it just, everything, wherever you place it, just stays put. That's one of the other reasons why I like it, is because it stays put. Okay, so now all I have to do, look how beautiful that looks, guys. Absolutely beautiful. When I'm done with it, you won't even be able to tell that we might not get to that other craft. You guys let me know how much time you have, because I want to get to the collaborations. I have time. I just don't want you guys not to have any time. Is there anything in particular you want to see me do? I love doing vases. I love doing floral arrangements. And then I like decorating with them, because I don't think that we should waste any time when it comes to, you know, if you're going to make a DIY, I tell Melissa this, I tell anybody this. If you're going to make a DIY, make it for something that you're going to be doing, or collab, or maybe for your own house, or a gift. Now I'm just putting, because of the grooves, I'm going to have to use the hot glue gun. So we are going to, I already have the glue around it. So let me go ahead and use a little bit of glue because of those grooves. So yes, outside of all of the things that are going on, outside of the drama of everybody else's stuff going on, I am very happy. I'm happy with what I'm doing. Nobody's going to stop me from what I'm doing. The Lord has a plan for my life, my son's life, and I don't think I ever got to that podcast. Okay, let me get to the podcast. So Stacy, my son and I started a podcast. He was so excited about that. He says we go on live anyway, and I had him, I think, in the chat, right, Melissa? Working on stuff for my festival. Yeah. So we started a podcast. So the first podcast is my missions trip, and my son and I are sitting there having conversations. I mean, our plans are to pray for people. I'm going to see if we can. I'm thinking big when it comes to this podcast. He is so excited. He says, Mom, all I want to do is help you. He believes the Lord is calling him to help me. Isn't that amazing? The heart of this young man. He is just, he's just amazing. He's the light. He's just a light for my path down here on earth. And of course, the Lord always lets me know that he's with me, regardless of the opposition that I have. And we're not going to talk too much about that opposition, but I do have opposition. And I keep it moving. One of the things about me is that you realize that I never give up. I am a person of my word, and I will stop and pray and celebrate everybody before I celebrate myself. That's just the way that I am. I'm trying to walk according to the way that God walked in the word. And so he is you know, my son would come out with some stuff and I just like look at him and then he goes, you know what, Mom, you're right. You know what, Mom, you're right. And it's not about being right. It's about God being right, and says, what does it say in his word? No matter what we're discussing. So the first video, I keep getting off track there. So the first video is so we created the podcast, how to figure out how that works. So if you go to your YouTube studio, you're going to see where it says playlist, right next to that says podcast. So I didn't know what a podcast was. So he went and made the thumbnail for me. He did all of a sudden, he knows how to do all these things that I don't know how to do. So what is the difference between a podcast and a YouTube video? Well, I do a lot of collaborations, Stacy. I have a slew of collaborations. So I can tell you, I create a playlist. And I start adding people to the playlist. That's where we go. I've been doing this now for a while. Okay, so we get over to the podcast. I'm thinking it's alive. He kept saying to me it wasn't. It's not alive, Mom. It's not alive. Okay, so it's not alive. What is it? What is it? So we're going back and forth. And what he did, what it wound up being is that when you click on podcast, you want to create. So it's like creating a playlist. That's exactly what it is. And then every video having to do with Matthew and myself is going to go in that playlist. And now we named ours Growing. So everything of mine, you're not going to believe this. Well, yeah, you will. Okay. So with me, for every time I thought about changing the channel with Grace, everything of mine has Grace. And it's because Grace is Jesus. And all of my channels have Grace in them. So my son came up with, for the podcast for us, Growing in Grace with Mom and Son. He absolutely loves it. He loves to be part of this journey of mine. Actually, it's both of us. And he prays over people, which is great. But anyway, getting back to how we created. You want to click podcast. It's almost like filling out the title. What exactly is it about? I didn't put hashtags or anything in that. It just says, I think my son wrote in there, delivering the gospel of Jesus Christ and mother and son, something to that effect. I don't know exactly. Then once he put that in the description box, he made a thumbnail for Growing in Grace with Mom and Son. Then that now is the playlist for our videos. So then when he was at work yesterday, I had to upload next week. Because I told you it's every Monday at 7. So we were going, Nala, come here. So what was happening was he was sending me messages. Did you upload the Monday's podcast? And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. So I let it upload the video because the video is like an hour and a half long. So it is a long podcast. And we're talking in the podcast. So the first one is the mission trip. The second one now, I forgot what we were talking about. But that one is going to go up on Monday at 7. So I said, you know what, let me just start out by uploading the video. So I uploaded the video and I noticed that the podcast is a playlist and it was sitting in my Moments of Grace playlist. So I said, it's a playlist. So I had to figure all this stuff out. When he came in this morning from work, he says, oh, you figured it out. All it is it's under podcast, but it's a playlist. And that's where all of my videos with Matthew are going to go, in that playlist. I make sure I click on Growing in Grace with Mom and Son every time we do a video. So we're going to have these conversations over the weekend to pre-record a week or two ahead of time for the Monday. And so that's all that is. It's really it's just a playlist. It's just under podcast, and it's not, you're not going live. We're making a video. He edited the video. He made the thumbnail of the topic. And then all I have to do is add the thumbnail. The main thumbnail for the playlist is he created, and that was it. So I hope I didn't confuse anybody, but that was pretty much it. And I was like shocked. I was like, that's it? Yep, that was it. So look at this, guys. See what I mean? Like, you place the chain anywhere and it stays. And now, of course, we can't touch this for 24 hours, but what I want to show you is how gorgeous this is. Absolutely gorgeous for Mother's Day. So now what we want to do is use that, use this barrette, which is what that is, to embellish, and nobody's even going to know the difference. Okay, and this here, the BB Craft items, because I'm an ambassador, I ordered them, I make videos, and the items that I have that I'm using to embellish are free. And the florals, I got them from the Dollar Tree. I didn't have pink ones, but I do have those hot bushes. And now I'm gonna just place the embellishment right there, and we're pretty much done with this vase. Isn't that gorgeous? Nobody will ever know. I am so excited about that. So now I'm gonna place both, and I'd like to place it right here in the center where I placed those bling chains. So I think we're gonna do here. And then we're gonna do here. And then we just put a little dot of hot glue just to keep it in place because of the weight. And then I'm gonna grab, I hope you guys can see, I'm gonna grab that piece. Let me lay this down because I have to make sure I put enough glue on the bottom here in the right place. I think I did. Okay, there you go. And I think I'm gonna have to put some more glue. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me make sure that's straight. I just wanna leave that sit there for a second because this side here doesn't have any hot glue, too much. And then we're gonna leave that sit. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. Now, let me just show you this right here. So this was the part that we were gonna embellish. Because we have to wait for that to dry a minute before I start on my collab announcements. But thank you, Melissa. Melissa said it was gorgeous, and it's just really, I can't wait to pick it up and place the florals in it. It's just something quick. It doesn't cost anything because the jar was something I was already using. The embellishments came from BB Crafts, and now everybody's ordering from Temu. And because of all of this, I think Melissa has a video on the Temu, her experience with Temu. But I'd like to place a couple of orders. In case you guys didn't know, if you go to Temu, to the guys, to the area where the guys' t-shirts are, you're gonna see a lot of Faith t-shirts. And they don't cost much at all, and you save yourself some aggravation if you're making them. And if you don't have the stuff to make them, you wanna go over there and purchase them because they're cheap enough and they have beautiful t-shirts. Just saying, guys, just saying. All right, so let's come over here and place some of this bling chain. Do we want to put the bling chain? Let's see. And look what else they have. So if you guys see this, look at this dangling embellishment. Absolutely gorgeous. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to glue that to the top here. And I think that's all. I don't think it's going to need anything else because, you know, sometimes little is more. Let me just place that here. It's absolutely gorgeous chain. I got to go back and order it. Now this one is a little bit heavier than the regular chain. So you might want to put a dot of the hot glue just to tack it down. You don't need to put very much. It's just enough to tack it down. And this is an absolutely gorgeous chain. So my son and I are very excited about that podcast. And by the way, the channel name is called Moments of Grace. And the podcast is called, so the channel name is called Moments of Grace, and you'll see my picture. And then the podcast is called Growing in Grace with Mom and Son. So the podcast is every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that, like I said, the channel is my channel, Moments of Grace. But the podcast is Growing in Grace with Mom and Son at 7 p.m. every Monday, Eastern Standard Time. I think that you're going to get a kick out of us. I think you're going to get a kick out of him, our messages, just our conversations. And by the way, these are how we have our conversations all the time. We don't act different. We're the way I talk to them is exactly how we have our conversations. So the beautiful thing is seeing God work when I look at my son. I just say, thank you, Jesus. I give you all the glory and praises for what you're doing with my son and what you're doing with me. And I know that God is working. He's working in everyone around me. And it might seem like it might seem sometimes like, wow, I wish this one and this one and this one can celebrate with me. You know what? God knows what he's doing. I'm not going to question him. It doesn't feel good. We miss them. I wish they were there. But, God has it. He knows what he's doing. I love stopping to pray for people. So, of course, I ask anyone if they need prayer. And then we start praying. And we immediately start praying for... we immediately start praying for whoever needs prayer. Is Gigi on here? Gigi, how are you? Hey, sis. How are you? Hello, everyone. Guys, Gigi Fashion is on in the chat. I'm so happy you came on, sis. I decided to do a couple of DIYs. This one is really quick and is gorgeous. A couple of DIYs before I do the announcements, because I was doing the announcements first and then everybody was coming on afterwards and missing them. So now I do the DIYs first and then I do the announcements. So we're almost ready here. I got to show you the jar. So I'm doing a recyclable jar and using BB Craft items. I'm going to put the link below because I'm an ambassador for BB Crafts. We had an awesome time with Tablescape Tuesdays. I know Gigi made a beautiful video. I absolutely love that video. And even Denise Glam Style, I dedicated my video to her mom. And actually Denise sent me a message and she told me her mom was in tears when she heard me because her mom can't see. And I don't know, it was just a very touching yesterday with Tablescape Tuesdays. But I'm very excited to bring the other collabs to you. So look at this. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous, guys? What do you guys think? So it is sliding a little bit. I don't want to move it too much because the chain is a little bit heavier than your regular bling chain. And so I have those pieces drying there. Let me just move this stuff out of the way. And then I want you to know that and we got a mirror from the Dollar Tree, okay? And you're not gonna believe that pink knob that you see right there. I don't wanna blind anyone. It's a pink knob. It's actually the top of one of their novelty pens. I snap it off. And that's what we're using as the lid for this beautiful glass jar that you can place in your bathroom. So I try to make a quick DIY for you guys using BB Craft items. I'm going to link their discount code below in the description box of this live when it turns into a video. And yes, there is no difference, Stacy, with the podcast. To me, it was just a fancy way of naming a playlist. And I'm very happy. Gigi, I'm going to be going. I have a podcast that my son and I started called Growing in Grace, and it's in my other channel. So what I'm going to do is link my other channels there. One is Moments of Grace. That's my school, my missions trip. And actually now I'll be having talks with my son on that podcast, which, by the way, he's a Bible college student also. I am so proud of him. And there we're going to be talking about many different topics. A lot of them are everyday topics, everyday issues, and then praying for people. So I think that's awesome. And anybody who wants us to talk about a specific topic or needs prayer in a certain topic, please let me know. Please let me know. I just got through praying for Denise's mom. And we all need prayer, guys. I need prayer. I was not feeling my best today, and I needed some prayer. So isn't that gorgeous? So I definitely am going to see if I can link these items. Look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous, this chain. Absolutely gorgeous. Looks so expensive. I used the mirrored tiles, guys, right here. A roll of this pink. So I use this. And the embellishments that I use, congratulations on all the success, and keep pushing. I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to keep taking you guys along with me. Gigi, thank you. I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm no matter what, because I tell you, we were attacked big time on that missions trip. I've been attacked from the very beginning. The moment you make a decision to do something for God, the attacks start to come. But you know what? He's already defeated the enemy, and I don't take no for an answer. I refuse to give up, and Melissa can tell you, anybody else who knows me can tell you, it don't matter how I feel right this moment, because my feelings are going to have to catch up with the word. Amen. And we're going to keep moving forward regardless and no matter what. And all I want to do is help people. All I want to do is love on people and bless them. And I'm not a perfect human being, but I tell you, God is changing me each and every day. All of us. He's changing us each and every day, and he's making us into his image. And so that is all I am looking at. I'm not looking at anything else. And my son is a big part of that right now. All the other ones will have to follow sooner or later. So anyway, this is going to sit and dry there for a moment. This will be the lid to that. Okay, and like I said, I popped that off a pen from the Dollar Tree in their novelty section, and it looks like a pink diamond. So that will be the lid to this. I just need to let these pieces dry. So let's go and talk about the collabs real quick, because while this is drying, and then the last thing I'll do is put the arrangement together, and we are done. Is there anybody who has a question? Amen. I thank God for his grace daily, every single day. I just thank God. Well, this hurts or that hurts, or this one needs prayer for this one needs prayer. Listen, that's all Jesus did when he was here, was pray for people. And we just have to be obedient. And if we're obedient, and every time he opens the door, you just jump right through it, I'm jumping through it. I'm not going to not jump through it. And actually, when I was being interviewed for third year, this is going to be really funny before I start on my collabs. When I finally finished my school, I finally went on the missions trip. That was a requirement to go on the missions trip to graduate. So I graduate this Saturday. But I have to prepare now for August 1st, because I'm going to be going into third year. Well, you get interviewed for third year, and then the third year leadership team has to approve. Has to approve you. Now, I was just casually answering the questions very innocently. I just wasn't thinking anything of it. I don't believe the Lord wanted me to stress that at all. I didn't think anything of it. I had no idea that they even had to approve me going to third year. I really didn't. So, but the funny part was, I'm kicking and screaming. I didn't want to go on the mission trip. I was afraid to leave home, all the way in Wyoming, in an Indian reservations. None of the laws, American laws, apply when you step on Indian soil. I'm just like, anybody who knows me knows that I did not want to go on that trip. And I said, how am I even going to graduate if I don't go on the trip? So, amen. I thank God for his grace daily. Yes. And so I was telling Melissa, I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to do. So all of a sudden, I just can't, God removed all of that. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to go on the missions trip now. It was so funny. I'm ready to go on the missions trip now. I'm fine. And my son was looking at me like, I know he would pray for me, because my son prays, out loud. He doesn't care where he's at. He'll pray out loud to anybody. And he prayed for me. I prayed, and I said, Lord, just remove all of that, because that doesn't come from you. He says, I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and of a sound mind. And so if we don't believe that, we have to believe that. We're Christians. We have to believe that. So I'm hanging on to that. All of a sudden, I was fine. I woke up one day, I was fine, getting ready to pack, go on my missions trip. I was a little bit nervous, but I cast that down and just kept it moving. And when I got there, it was I cannot even tell you. I don't even know if I had any sleep at all, but every day I would check off each day. Each day before going home, it was really funny. Each day I would do, it was just like up early in the morning, barely sleeping at all, and then back out again helping people. And the construction work, I'm trying to get the videos up, guys, fast enough. And all of them are going to be over at Moments of Grace. So I'm going to link that channel. Please subscribe to it and support me over there. I really could use you guys. So the building project totally wiped me out. And that was like the first day. I was like, oh my goodness. And the attacks were coming. When I tell you the attacks were coming, they were coming. The enemy is angry. He's building a church right smack in the middle of that reservation that does not believe in Jesus. And you can rest assured that the missions team, the 3 teams that came in, and he was attacking. I mean, we were being attacked, and the more he attacked, the more I kept praying over everybody, and I was like, he's got to go. He has got to go. He cannot stay here. And so then when I got back, I was so happy to be back. So the missions trip video was an hour and a half with my son in that new podcast that we just created. And so remember, it's every Monday at 7. And then all of a sudden in conversation, probably a month before the missions trip, I said to my son, I think I'm going to 3rd year. So he almost dropped what he was making food, and he almost dropped. He goes, what did you just say? I said, I think God wants me to go to 3rd year. And he says, oh, okay, like you just went kicking and screaming on this missions trip. You couldn't wait to graduate to be done. And then now you're going to actually, and I said, yes, I'm going. And I said, I'm going to 3rd year. And then as I was looking at what they had, I mean, you could have gone into ministry, you could have gone into this is 7 different teams they have for 3rd year who work with you one-on-one. So this is very intense this last year. I thought this was intense this year, but this next year is very intense. A lot of public speaking, a lot of speaking engagements, a lot of traveling, and this is just the way. And I like it. I mean, I can't believe I'm even saying that. So I'm like, even on the missions trip, I was running my collabs. Nobody even knew I was on the missions trip. I was running my collabs in between the raindrops. It was so funny, adding people to the playlist. And Melissa would say, I'll do it for you. You don't have to do it. And I said, no, because it's the only thing that I had that was familiar to me in a place that I had never been. And so I wanted to do it. I just wanted to do it. Well, when are you going to have time to do it? I have no idea when I'm going to have time to do it. I just know I'm going to do it. But it flowed out of my mouth, and I said, the Lord wants me to go to 3rd year. And I let him know, and he's like, wow. So he goes, are you going for ministry? And then I said, nope. He told me where to go. He told me where I was going. He goes, where? And I said, leadership program. That's where he wants me. So long as he keeps opening doors, guys, I'm jumping right through them. Because there's nothing that's going to beat the blessing that's on the other side of this. No way. Whatever he wants me to do, exactly I'm doing that. Because I know the favor of God is on my life and your life. I know that we are the righteousness of God in Christ. And we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And you better believe that I am going to be praying for everybody. We are going to thrive. We're not called to blend in. We're called to stand out. People need to look at us and want what we have. Amen. And that's how I feel about it. I do get the same way everybody else gets. You get tired, you need rest, but we have to learn how to say, I need to rest on this day. I need a time out. I need my time with the Lord. Remember, we always have to make time with the Lord in order to get full. Because if we're not full, it's going to be really hard to keep up with stuff. Even in our daily lives, our families, our grandkids, our kids, whatever. We just can't do stuff without him. And even Jesus, when he was here, he always took a step away and to pray with his Father and got he got full. He was ready to go. And this is how we have to live our life, always tapped into the Word of God. Even if it's a verse, I always tell my son that. I don't care if you're rushing, nothing, take 5 minutes. And sit down and pause and read the Word of God and absorb that. Meditate on what you're reading throughout the course of the day if you can, or listen to anything that keeps you grounded, okay? Because that's how I made it through from 2006 all the way up until here. And that's how I'm going to continue to make it through. And you guys will be in that journey with me. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and link Moments of Grace. So if you guys are ready, while that stuff is drying a little bit, I want to start on the collab. So go grab your coffee, like Gigi says, your favorite drink, a pad, a calendar, or a pen. A calendar is probably better. And a pen. And you know what? I think I'm going to grab my Gatorade. I'll be right back. You know, it's amazing that I got 2 crafts done this time. I'm going to go ahead. Let me show you. Gigi, look, I got this hot bush. The Dollar Tree carries this hot bush. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know. I never seen a hot bush in real life. I'm going to go ahead and cut these tags off. And I saw them in lavender. Normally, I don't see them in this color. So we're going to go ahead and cut these tags off. And we're just going to place that in there. I wish I had the pink because we're using the pink mirror tiles. Is there any other questions you guys have? My dog ate mine. Your dog ate your what? Your hot bush? I think she's trying to be funny, guys. Okay, so we have it. I think this is absolutely gorgeous, and it does come in colors. Oh my goodness, for the fall. I've seen this in that really nice pretty green, the fall green. Probably the pink, like I said, would have been better. Let me show you. Gigi, are you still there? What did she say there? My calendar. Oh, her dog ate it. But you have the majority of that calendar in one piece, and we have to write these collabs down. If anybody wants to join me in hosting these collabs, we don't have to have a lot of people hosting. Gigi, I know that some people get uncomfortable when there's a lot of people, but it's really so much fun when we have a lot of people together. But I understand the more intimate collabs. So if you want to do one, just let me know. I would love to have you ladies in a collab, and it doesn't have to be a lot of us, because we did absolutely great for the Mother's Day collab. Yet I did invite a lot of people, but the same people that participated in Deborah Cabasa's Mother's Day collab. So mine, I think mine was first, or was hers first. I'm not even sure. She did Cinco de Mayo. I think that did very well. I'm not sure how that did. I believe it did. And then all of the ladies participated in my Mother's Day collab and in hers. So they participated in both. And I think that they just had an absolutely great time. We love celebrating our mothers, and I am going to be we are celebrating our fathers too, because they're very important in the household of a Christian. Okay, so what else did I want to say? So I hope you guys got to watch the video with Denise Glam Style. Absolutely beautiful people. I pray for her mom all the time, even her. She's been sick for a while, even her, and they're just amazing. So I think this needs to sit a little bit. Let me show you this, Gigi. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? That is absolutely gorgeous. That embellishment right there is a barrette. The mirrored tiles are from BB Crafts, and so are the bling chains. But that embellishment right there in the middle is a barrette from the Dollar Tree. And the jar that I decorated, that's a recyclable item. Okay, and here we have it. Voila, Mother's Day gift. Now, this is where I'm going to put the florals. I'm going to go ahead and do that gingerly so this doesn't, let me just tilt this down a little bit just so you can see. So this is what the jar looks like. It was very moving. Yeah, Denise. The Tablescape Tuesdays was definitely very moving. So I'm just going to give you a quick show of these flowers in here. And look how gorgeous that looks. Even if I don't even think it needs a bow. Look how gorgeous that is. So this is one DIY. I love doing the DIY so I can show you how easy they are so that you guys can do them. Also know that the collaborations, why do I do so many collaborations? I do them because it keeps everyone, their mind, it keeps everyone busy. And I'm going to start incorporating some word in there because I think it's good for us. So we're doing something we love, which is decorating or doing a DIY or maybe doing a tablescape or whatever, but we're also listening maybe to a couple of words, a word from God, and it kind of keeps us peaceful. And I think this is gorgeous, and we don't even have to spend a lot of money to have something, an accent piece in our home, look gorgeous. Look at this. You can put a bow if you want it, but I don't think it needs one because of that embellishment right there. This is absolutely beautiful. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think of this. So this is one DIY. I'll re-show this again after I'm done with the collabs. Okay, now I did this. Now this you can put in the bathroom. You can put this anywhere, really. I don't want to touch the knob because the knob is still drying. And this is, when everything is dry and said and done, this is going to be the cover for this dish. What do you guys think? I think it's going to be gorgeous. I just don't want to move that knob. So the knob happens to be pink, and I love the dangling bling. And you can place anything in here, guys. You can keep this in your room, or you can on top of a dresser. You can place this in the bathroom. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's the second DIY. I'm gonna place that there. So are you guys ready? Now these are just the collabs until the end of the month. And also I'm gonna mention some that I'm gonna bring up. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna mention two that I'm bringing up for next month, but we're not up to that yet. And also remember that all of the collaborations, the dates, the hashtags and everything, I posted in the community tab, everything right down the line. There's never anything that's going to be missing. Let me see. My mom would say, thanks for another dust collector. Wow. There's just some people just don't like a lot of stuff. And I don't really think that this is a lot of stuff. That's a beautiful vase. I mean, definitely a beautiful vase. Nobody would even know this came from a recyclable item. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Well, I don't know what to say about that. So hopefully she'll have a change of heart when she sees all that bling. But anyway, my collaborations are always posted in the community tab. Just scroll down if I have something else there and get to where it says collabs for the month, and then click more, and you'll see all of them for the month are there. Participate in all of them. I create these collaborations for you guys, for your enjoyment, because I love you guys. And if there's anything that you think of that you would like to see a collab for, let me know. Let me know, because if you know you can't, I can't do it, or if you want to do something, let me know. I'll be more than happy to join in and host with you in any of your collabs. Just let me know if there's a specific collab. Maybe you don't want to host it because you're too busy, but you would like somebody to host it. If you have any ideas, just let me know. So it is nothing, it makes her happy. But nothing makes her happy. You know what? I'm not sure I'm gonna give that vase to my mom. It didn't cost me anything. Okay, just the flowers and maybe a little. I didn't even have to pay for the embellishments because I'm an ambassador for BB Craft. So I create the craft, and then it's gorgeous. She's gonna look at it and place it. My mom loves pink, and she's gonna take that and probably put that in a corner in her room or on top of her dresser or whatever. All right, so are you guys ready? I'm gonna go ahead and start. Any comments, any questions? I don't wanna hold you guys up any longer than I already have if you guys have stuff to do. So are you ready? All right, so a while back, I was talking with Melissa, and everything is shorts. Everything is shorts. And I did not and don't like that Tablescape Tuesdays was being, I don't want the shorts on Tablescape Tuesdays. So what I decided to do was create home decor. Now this is for you home decor people. create a home decor short so that every time you decorate an area, you can do shorts and upload them to the home decor. It's called Decorate My Home Shorts. And I don't care if you do one short or multiple shorts. And here's what that does. We have a shorts community. The people who create shorts don't necessarily make full videos, which is the reason why I created the shorts collab. And so you should be able to tap into the shorts community, and we should be able to grow based on the shorts that we put out there, because the shorts are advertising our channels. So if you want to see more of what you're creating, you need to take more videos of shorts, about a minute long, of when you do a tablescape, guys. Go ahead and for 1 minute, try to get all of the details of your tablescape. If you walk around and do that, you will for about a minute, then now you have a video of something that you've already done. This will help YouTube to push your videos out. And if people want to see, I want to see more of what I just saw in the short. If that happens, then they'll want to go over to your channel and subscribe. And this is what we want. So the group, okay, the people. So I'm going to say the audience. Let's just use audience. So the audience that I'm anticipating for the shorts is a different audience than what we've been doing when we're creating regular length videos, because not everybody who's into the shorts are creating normal videos. So these are all, I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry, that's my watch. This is a totally different platform, the shorts. So because everybody seemed to be into the shorts, as soon as all these short stuff went viral, okay, I said, well, let's try to give them what I'm thinking to myself, let me try to give them what they want. So you make your regular size videos. I hope I'm making sense. If I am, please say something, because I would love to know what you think. A lot of people love making shorts, and there's nothing wrong with them. They actually advertise your channel, okay? And they bring people to your channel if they like what they see. So that is what this collab is for. So now I host this once a month, and it's called Decorate My Home Shorts. And this one happens to be for May 12th. So that's Friday. And it doesn't matter if it's one short or 10 shorts. It doesn't matter. Walk around your house and take shorts of every glam stuff that you have, or every decoration that you have, that you bought or that you're decorating with, and upload the videos, because YouTube will push them out, and this will call people to your channel. So remember, that one is my starter one, and it is Decorate My Home Shorts, and that is on May 12th. I will have the hashtag over at the community tab. I have to go in there and fill some of them in. Decorate My Home Shorts on May 12th. Okay, so let's move on to this other one. So some of us really enjoy cooking, guys. And even though it might not be part of your niche, every once in a while, whether it's barbecuing, whether it's grilling, whether it's a smoothie, whether it's just basic cooking, whatever your home cooking is, make a video, guys, and upload it to Quick and Easy Meals, because that's going to be an open playlist. So anytime, it doesn't have to be now we release it every Sunday at 7. But if you have a dish that you're releasing, or maybe your husband's barbecuing, or maybe you're barbecuing, or whatever it is you're making, videotape it. And no matter what, now, even though I have here every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, again, whatever meals you cook, if you record it and you let me know that you released the cooking video, I'll add it to that playlist. And then I post the playlist in the community tab and also in my chat room. And everybody can watch your recipes. I think that's a great idea. That's going to be an open playlist. And actually, I may do the decor shorts in case you want to release a short or two a day. You give me those shorts and I will turn around and place it in that playlist, and then YouTube will send those out. This will help your channels to grow. And this will also help. Okay, we want to do shorts or we want to do a regular size video. Okay, I have both. I have both, and I think I'm accommodating both, and I don't mind. I don't mind doing that at all. So this is for my home decor people. It's called Decorate My Home. Again, shorts, and you can release as many as you would like. Doesn't matter. There is no limit. That's an open playlist, and I'm gonna have that releasing on the 12th, and I believe that's Friday. Quick and Easy Meals is every Sunday or anytime you record your video. So I say every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but if you should have your video late, just let me know and I'll add it to the playlist. I'm going to keep that an open playlist also because we're cooking all of the time anyway. Okay. Now, I do have another one that my son is going to be hosting. He hasn't officially taken over it yet. And that one is called Anything Shorts Collab. That's originally Melissa and I were talking about it because this includes every niche. There is no niche that cannot go into this collab. If you do makeup, if you do cleaning, if you do shopping, if you do your home decor shopping, like I was just at Home Goods, whatever it is, and you do a short, that goes into this. It's called Anything Shorts Collab, and it doesn't matter. If you do makeup, if you do, I'm not really sure, like right now I can't think of all of them, but it goes according to your channel niche, and there is no such thing as the wrong video for this. I mean, I actually videotape my dog. And I absolutely love doing videos of Nala, and she goes right into this collab here. I actually do a Moment of Grace, which is like a devotional. I'll do one with my son. So it doesn't matter. And I'll give you a variety of videos. They don't have to be the same video. And it's called Anything Shorts Collab. And that's at 7 p.m. Also, all of my collabs, by the way, except for Tablescape Tuesdays, release at 7. Tablescape Tuesdays releases at 6. But all the other ones release at 7. That's how you know they're mine. And you'll get to see pretty much the same sounding of my collabs. Kind of, I keep them all sounding very similar. So that's the Anything Shorts collab, and that's pretty much anything. And again, these things help to push your video. They help to push your shorts out, which advertise your channel. And then if they like what they see, they'll come back to your channel to visit and see more videos. That's the idea behind this with YouTube. Now, we all know that we have Tablescape Tuesdays every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, Tablescape Tuesdays, we had Denise Glam Style coming in as a guest. Now, this coming week, which is the 16th, we have Antoinette Decorating. I had 2 guests this month. So we have Antoinette Decorating, and her theme is peacock. So I'm absolutely loving that theme. I don't even know if I have anything peacock, but I love the peacock colors. So I think that the peacock colors is good, but you should have something peacock. I don't know. But Antoinette Decorating is our guest for May 16, and the theme is peacock. So make sure and write that down. Now let's move on over to Decorate My Space. So any area of your house that you're refreshing, that you're decorating, that you're giving a fresh coat of paint, that you're changing out decor, indoor, outdoor, it doesn't matter. If you're decorating an area or refreshing an area, videotape it, and I will be more than happy to add you to the playlist. I am hosting that with Tablescapes by Candy. Okay, and then I have other host, but I'm hosting that with Tablescapes by Candy, and we are having a ball. She's displaying a lot of her DIYs, and if you've seen her channel with DIY Design by CCW, absolutely love those gorgeous DIYs. A lot of my ideas actually come from Candy because she does amazing work, and so does the Glam Queen of Decor. There's so many talented creators here that do such beautiful, beautiful DIYs that you can incorporate in your decor. And that's why I'm telling you to videotape this. So it says we have, that's called Decorate My Space. Okay, yeah, Melissa said Decorate My Space. So yeah, so we have Decorate My Space, and I believe that's for the 19th. remember to confirm all of these dates in my community tab because it's already there. I'm just kind of reminding everybody between now and the end of the month what we have left. All right, so now I decided, since like I just created a thrift flip, this is what we call a thrift flip, or trash to treasure. That's what I literally used a recyclable jar and I embellished it, and look at this. It looks like something I bought, and it is amazing what you can do when you work with thrifted items. Or if you buy something, it says Melissa answered my question. Okay. So I don't know what that question was, but I'm glad she answered your question. It is, but no, okay. So I don't know what the question was, but I'm glad she answered your question. Okay, so I love doing thrift flips. So I go to Salvation Army or the Goodwill. I just created a cloche, guys. If you saw my Tablescape Tuesday video, the cloche that I created were with thrifted items. It didn't cost me that much, and it came out gorgeous, if I have to say so myself. It came out gorgeous. I think that you need to go back and watch that video. So anyway, I would put that video in with thrifted creations. So you're really doing a trash to treasure, a recyclable, trash to treasure, recyclable, thrift flip, whatever. If you find it on the side of the road and you can revamp it some kind of way, or throw some bling on it or whatever, I'm telling you, I absolutely love doing that. Instead of joining in other collabs, I wanted to create my own. I could do both. I could do both because when I just like it. I find it to be very peaceful. Hi, Lisa. So at home with Lisa. Lisa is in the chat, and I am so happy to have her here in the chat. I know she's been working really hard. I miss you at Tablescape Tuesday. I miss you in all the collabs, girl. Okay, so I'm talking about thrifted creation. So that is, I started that. I don't even know when I started it because I get so tired from all the stuff I've been doing. But thrifted creations is for May 20th. And that's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm just going to call it a thrift flip, but honestly, it's anything that you're revamping. They call it trash to treasure, thrift flip, revamping. I don't know. They have a whole slew of names. If you can take an item that's used or didn't cost you anything at all, I happen to use a recyclable item. Lisa, look at this. I happen to take a recyclable item in my house and I embellished it with this pink mirror. And I put this embellishment here. This is actually a barrette from the Dollar Tree. It's amazing the stuff that I get ideas for. And then some of the stuff is from BB Crafts. There you go. This is the vase. And then I love these hot bushes, but I don't know why I didn't get them in pink. But I think it goes okay. So I made one of these. I'll show you both of the pieces I made after. What's Lisa saying? I miss you guys as well. Hopefully I can join in more pretty soon. Yes, I hope that you can. Hi, Melissa, Anna. That looks beautiful. I'm so happy that you think it looks beautiful. At Home with Lisa. Lisa has been with me for a while, doing the collaborations, even a couple of lives, and I so missed her when she went back to work. I still miss her very much. I miss all you guys, so I wish that you guys would join in more. And I'm just talking out loud, guys. I just miss you guys. All right, so thrifted creations. So that's anything in your house. If you have a vase that's one color and you're gonna spray paint it another color, you've actually thrifted. You've actually done a thrift flip. You've taken an item that looks a certain way and made it another way, and made it more beautiful. We see a lot of this with even the Glam Queen of Decor. She does a lot of DIYs. We see a lot with DIY design by CCW. Actually, I think her items, a lot of her items are all thrifted items also. The cloche that I made, you have to go over to Tablescape Tuesdays and look at that cloche. I am so in love with this. Some pieces that we create that we love, that we keep, and then the other pieces that, well, you know, I mean, I know I can make this better. I'll just go ahead and give that away. No, this piece I'm keeping with me. I think it came out absolutely gorgeous. The pieces just went together so nicely. I was so happy with it. And I'm not bragging, guys. I just get amazed sometimes. I did that. I can't believe I did that. All right. So That was Thrifted Creations. So I hope you got that. Even if you didn't write that down, my community tab has the list for May. So now let's move on. So I am bringing back Decorate a Lantern. I don't know how many of you know that my Decorate a Lantern has been, from the very moment that I released that collab. Hi, Kathleen. So we have a Kathleen here. Hi, Kathleen. It's nice to meet you. Okay, all right. Yeah. So Decorate a Lantern I brought in, I guess it's going to be a year in August. So, and it's done very, very well. And people love decorating their lantern. Well, now I'm discovering I didn't have a lantern. I had to go out and get a lantern. Got the lantern. Now I have 4 lanterns. Okay. Then it was the bird cages. Well, I haven't seen anybody doing anything with no bird cage, but I'm including my bird cages. And now it's the cloches. So now we're decorating with the cloches. So I actually put this one together, which is gorgeous, and I'm not gonna not use it. So I'm gonna find something to do with those cloches. And I'm saying this all is like all related somehow. I'm sorry, my dog's having a bad dream. Okay. So anyway, Decorate a Lantern is coming back. This is a summer edition. I did not want to restrict this to 4th of July or Memorial Day. No, it's the summer edition. Anything that falls under that, like Melissa and I were talking earlier today, we were talking lemons, we were talking bees, we were talking anything having to do with summer. It could be the Memorial Day red, white, and blue. It could be the nautical. It could be beach. It could be anything. Why limit it? Because I'm not bringing it back until end of August so that we can do the fall stuff. So let's have a great time with Decorate a Lantern. And I have 4 lanterns. My intention is to decorate 1 lantern either for myself and my mom, and then the other 3, whatever, 3 different themes. Like I was really loving the lemon theme when Melissa brought it up, and I was loving the bee. I think the bee theme is absolutely awesome. And whatever you guys think of, and it's summer related, if it connects to summer somehow, decorate your lantern that way. I would love to see your ideas. I'm sure everybody else add me into the Decorate a Lantern. So I would love to see your ideas. I mean, we decorate outside. If you entertain outside, you light them up anyway. I can't even believe. I mean, I was going frantic. I didn't have a lantern not even that long ago. And then all of a sudden I have 4. I think I might even have 5. What am I going to do with all these lanterns? I'm decorating them all, and none of them are going to look the same. So you could, if you have more than 1 lantern, decorate each one different. I think we should have fun with this stuff. Let me know if you want to host with me in the collab. That would be awesome too. So this one, guys, is where I'm going to celebrate my journey. Now, this one is called the Milestone Collab. Now, the Milestone Collab, I brought it last year, and I did not celebrate my journey last year. Nobody even knew I was in school. It was last year or even the year before. I bought the Milestone Collab. So every year around this time, I bring the Milestone Collab in. I'm not just celebrating myself, though you mentioned, you will be mentioning me in the video to acknowledge my graduation and my journey, but we are celebrating you. And this is the best part about the Milestone Collab. I celebrated everybody last year. I celebrated somebody who hit 400 subscribers. I think at the time it was Felicia from the Rogers house who had hit 400 subscribers. If you got a new job, I think Debbie was announcing that her husband got a new job. If there's anything positive, anything to celebrate, remember we celebrate the baby steps. I think Melissa hit 1,000 subscribers. It doesn't matter what the milestone is. If it's something that means something to your home and it's positive and something to celebrate, and I don't care how small it is, I think we should celebrate big. Remember, we only get 1 chance at this. We want to celebrate everything. So let me know in the Milestone Collab in your video, okay, what you are celebrating, and that's what we're going to celebrate. So each video will be celebrating. You'll be mentioning me in the video and my journey, but you will be celebrating in your video the milestone that you have in your video. Okay, so that I thought that was great. It worked out beautifully. Everybody was mentioning all of the wonderful things. I enjoyed watching them. So many blessings this year. Yes, there's so many blessings this year. And there's so many blessings. We need to count our blessings each and every day. I don't care what it is. Because we guys, what I saw on this mission trip, we need to count our blessings every day. I don't care how small it is. So the milestone collapse. So remember, that one is on May 27th and is celebrating the milestones in your home, in your life, with your family. Anything could be from getting a job to somebody graduating. We just want to celebrate everybody. And so once a year, I bring this collab up for everybody to enjoy, because I want to celebrate what you guys are celebrating, okay? Because it's not just about me, it's about you, okay? Then we have Cozy Corner or Vignette. Everybody seems to love that. You know, the charcuterie board, I'm learning from you guys how to, because we, where I come from, we don't really do charcuterie boards. I have been learning enormously from Felicia from the Rogers house, which I haven't seen her in a while. I pray that she's doing well. I pray that she's okay. I'll keep her in my prayers. But I'm learning from Gigi Fashion. Any of you guys who are putting out charcuterie boards for all different occasions, I was like really enjoying that. I went out and bought all these wooden blocks I want to use to entertain. I don't really entertain very much, but you know, Matthew can eat up a storm, okay? So I'm going to put it out. It's not going to go to waste. And that is called Cozy Corner and Vignette. That's a monthly collaboration. And it is, I believe it's the last Monday of the month. Excuse me. So I believe it's the last Monday of the month. And it's on May 29 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it says so many blessings this year. Yeah, so I think I read that already. So those are the ones that are left over for the month of May. And I don't want anybody to be left out. I want everybody to join in that. And like I said, all of the collaborations are going to be in the community tab. They're already there. I just wanted to highlight the ones that were left. And so especially Decorate a Lantern, and especially Thrifted Creations, the shorts, okay, because remember those shorts push our videos. And then we want to do Cozy Corner, Decorate My Space, the Milestone collab. We have quite a bit of collabs that are coming up. And I don't want you guys to miss out on them. I'm going to be making announcements as usual. If you guys are over on Instagram, I should have you in my chat, The Grace Life, because I have my own chat for all of the collabs that I host. So I have that. And remember, the Decorate a Lantern is a summer edition. And if you have like all the lanterns that I have, probably better or whatever, you can decorate each lantern the way you want. I should do a breakfast board. Yes. You know what? The breakfast board really sounds delicious, doesn't it, guys? The breakfast board. I've never done a breakfast board. I've never done a butter board. I think she mentioned that once. I would love to see a breakfast board. I would love to see a breakfast board too. I don't think that you can go wrong with putting out any food on a board. Okay, I just don't. And so Gigi, if you want to host, I would love to host with you guys. I would love to host with Gigi if she wants to host a charcuterie board one. I would love to do that. And Stacy, if you do that kind of stuff, I'm not sure. There's only like a handful that I've watched, but that doesn't mean that you guys don't all do it. Melissa, I did a breakfast charcuterie board for Valentine's Day last year and on my other channel. I never did charcuterie board until this year, and I even said in the video, I hope I'm doing it right. I hope I'm putting it together quick, because I have learned so much. The Cozy Corner and Vignette and these things, I never did. I just never did. I'm learning so much from you guys, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. So now when I create or make DIYs, I'm actually making it for what I'm getting ready to display. This way it doesn't go that I'm still creating the DIY for the video, but I'm also using what I'm creating for decorating. And I think that makes sense. In my mind, that makes sense because we're not wasting time, we're not wasting material, we're not wasting anything that we bought. I'm trying to use recyclable items. I'm trying to use, you know, things that don't cost very much. So let's get over here and look at this. So Lisa, look at this. So I made this. This is so cute. I can't pull on the knob right now because that's drying. And you can place anything in here. Look at that hanging bling. Absolutely gorgeous. So we have the pink knob, and you're not going to believe what that knob is. And for all of you who missed it, that pink knob. So the Dollar Tree has these novelty pens, and when I run out of the metal knobs, the crystal knobs, I'll go over if the lid is not heavy, and I will get one of the novelty pens. Some of them have pearls. I think I have one over there that's a pearl close. And one of them, and oh, they have these crystal ones, and they come in colors. I just pop this part off, and I don't use the pen part. So I just pop this part off, and that becomes then my knob for $1.25. Okay, and that's not bad at all, especially if it's a light item. So Melissa, I think I saw that one. I did the one for Christmas breakfast. They're still talking about the breakfast charcuterie board. I think I might try that. Sounds delicious. So here is one piece, okay, and then here is the other piece, and I am pretty much done. These pieces look nice and beautiful. I may turn around, poof this up and fix it a little bit more, and then give it to my mom. This came out absolutely gorgeous, guys. Both of them did. Both of them did. So I am finished with the collaborations. Is there any questions you guys would like to ask? Cute Anna. Cute? Did you just use the word cute? I can't. I'm glad you like it. Yes, you guys have any questions that you want to ask? Remember, I'm going to try to come on live once a week, and I will post the announcement to when I'm coming on live a day before, so you guys are coming and you can share the video. So I am going to try to do a breakfast board, charcuterie board. They're still talking about that. There's a pastry one too. I'm doing a pastry charcuterie board. That sounds delicious on this Friday for work. That sounds so delicious, Lisa. I can't even begin to tell you. So I'm glad I got a chance to catch up with everybody. If you missed the whole video, go back and re-listen to it. Yes, that knob is cute, creative. I think the knob, yeah. So I had to get creative very quickly with that knob because I ran out and I wanted to do one for here. But honestly, I can leave that there, and the mirror is not heavy at all. And I'm so happy. So these are the pieces that I created, guys. Very, it didn't even cost very much. Excuse me, because I just feel like coughing. All right. I don't know what happened there, but I felt like coughing. Yeah, so if anybody else has any questions, if not, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Lisa, you will be doing a video on the, you know what, Lisa, if you can do a quick video, even if it's a short, on how that charcuterie board turned out, that would be great. Is Gigi still on here? Is Gigi still on here? Is Stacy still on? I hope so. But anyway, I am, like I said, I'm so happy. So if you guys didn't get a chance to see the Tablescape Tuesdays video, my video, Buckeye Girl said good night to everyone. If you guys didn't get a chance to see that video, head on over there and watch that video so you can see the close. Lisa, see what you can do about a short with that charcuterie board. Sounds great. So, guys, I'm going to be leaving you right now. I hope you guys have an amazing evening. God bless you all. And also, head on over again to the community tab. I'm gonna go ahead and link Moments of Grace below, and I would love for you guys to head on over there and subscribe. So you guys have an amazing evening, and I'll see you in the next live. Bye.